It's time now for closing statements. The agreement is that the candidates all knew about this. We're going to have 1-minute closing statements. We drew names out of a hat to determine the order in which they would proceed. And going first, Democrat David Costello.
Like many in Maine, I believe Congress is broken. And to fix it and to actually deal with our most critical issues like climate change and affordable housing and health care, we need to do a lot more than simply change whom we elect every 2 to 6 years. We need to substantially reform our governing practices and institutions, and we need to eliminate the excessive and corrupting influence that money, wealth, and disinformation have over our politics and government. I appreciate the service of Senator King. However, I believe he's been too reticent to support the kind of reforms that are needed to truly fix Washington, and I don't believe he'll be any more than overly cautious as he's been his last 2 terms. The bottom line is the bottom line in Washington is what's going on in Washington now is not working. And if you agree, I would encourage you to take a look at, again, my reform agenda at CostelloForSenate.com and mark me as your first choice on Maine's ranked choice ballot. Thank you.
Jason Cherry, the independent candidate, one of the 2 independent candidates in the race. You have the floor.
As someone that's not running for a major party or a well-known name like Senator King, obviously you have questions about why I'm here and what my background and qualifications are. I am an attorney with a background in economics, and for a political position such as a senator, you want a lawmaker to be a law understander. You want someone to understand economics. Many people here are from the business community. You see this government, it does not run well. I don't think anyone up here is going to agree. We need a meritocracy. In your wisdom, you have enacted the ranked choice voting, which attracts customers. As you know, personnel, human resources, if you can't bring in talent to serve you, then you're not going to get that. And you see some of the people that are being sent to DC. Some are just irrational. Others have no competency whatsoever. Half of the senators and people in Congress don't even have a law degree. They don't know about vagueness. They can't read case law. You ask them a question about what they can legislate, and they cannot. So,
all right, thank you. Angus King.
Rob, when I first came to Maine, my first job was with Pine Tree Legal Assistance in Skowhegan. I suddenly realized after being there for a short period that the people that came into my office for my help had problems that were this big. Their legal problem was this big. I could deal with the legal problem, but I couldn't deal with the broader problems of education, health care, all of those things that made life so difficult, or the fact that it was just so hard for them to make it one day to the next. I suddenly had a realization just a few years ago that the job I have now enables me to deal with that whole range of problems and a lot more. And what I want to be able to continue to do is to work on those problems that make Maine people's lives better, day by day by day. I want to continue to work on those problems, and if I'm fortunate enough to be returned, I will do that, and I'm ready to get after the problems of the people of Maine.
And Debbie Kouzounas, your closing statement, please.
So tonight you got a chance to hear from all of us. Senator King says he's bipartisan and he is a problem solver, but he votes 98.5% of the time with one party. That's not bipartisanship. Also, we have problems in the state of Maine. Our problems haven't been solved. We have inflation, immigration, cost of living, energy cost, and industries that are struggling like our fisheries and our lobsters. As a veteran, a born Mainer, daughter of legal immigrants, healthcare provider, educator, college level, and a mom, I want to bring common sense back to Washington, D.C. My name is Debbie Kouzounas. I humbly ask for your vote to bring sensibility, true bipartisanship, and new ideas, fresh ideas to Washington, D.C. And I thank you.
You all did a superb job in staying within the time limits for your closing statement, which leaves us with about an extra minute. So I'm just going to ask you a question that you can answer in 2 or 3 words, probably. And I'll go down the row. Jason Cherry, who is your political hero?
That would be Thomas Jefferson.
David Costello.
Mine is Pauline Pelletier Balageron, my grandmother.
Demi Kouzounas.
Ronald Reagan.
Angus King.
Abraham Lincoln said every political thought he ever had came from the Declaration of Independence. Every political thought I ever had came from Abraham Lincoln.